Good evening, Rose Garden. This is Rose with the Chandler's Rose, and I wanted to talk to you about some more fragrances. So, tonight we're going to talk about a few of the more earthy fragrances, some of the substitutions that can be used with them, and what you can use to create a better fragrance. Okay. So we're going to we'll start off with these. Okay. So Alpine Frost is by Rustic Essentials, as you see. And Alpine Frost has the whole Christmassy Glade pine needle scent to it. So if you cannot afford to buy the Siberian fir needle essential oil, and I get mine from Liebermuth, if you cannot afford to buy this, you can buy this. So this one I think was $35. This was $15. Now, of course, you always want to use the international fragrance measure for your blends. And then you always want to go by the fragrance potency guide on the websites for each one of your essential oils. So you may be saying to yourself, okay, well, what am I going to do? So you can do any kind of winter mix, winter type deal with these. And what I have found is mixing it with, let's see, red apple. And this is from the chemistry store. So you can mix either one of these two with red apple. You can mix them with fresh orange. You can mix them with sweet orange to create a holiday type fragrance. You can even mix it with, and I know you might be like, oh, you crazy. The answer is yes. Bayberry. Oh my gosh, bayberry. Aren't those scents kind of similar? Yes and no. So this one is more woodsy, lighter, slightly sweeter. Bayberry still has some of that woodsy note to it, but it's not as sweet. And it's actually got a couple of, I won't say ambery, but it's got like a couple of dark notes to it that I think you would enjoy. Okay. So again, if you cannot afford this Siberian silver fir needle, you can always buy this Alpine Frost. Now there is another one in a different series that we'll talk about. So yes, you can blend, and bayberry does blend well with red apple. I have a different fragrance blend for the Chandler's Rose that I make that is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so you may be saying like, okay, well, what else? Well, you can also blend with that. Sorry, I'm looking for my, let's see. You can also blend with it cider barrel. And if you say, okay, well, how does that work? Again, if you take either one of these two, and now this is what we're doing. We're building our fragrance tree. For those of you who have taken my class, you know that anytime we start to blend, we build our fragrance tree. So these are the base. These two are the branches. So you can go like this and branch off, plus the red apple. It's just a little too big to have in the picture right now. Plus the red apple. Or you can go here and here. And then the other thing that you can add to it is, here it is, cranberry salsa. So you can do cranberry salsa and cider barrel, or you can do cranberry salsa. What is that floating around in my brand new? Ooh. Okay. I'm going to have to talk to Rustic Essentials about that. But anyway, so you can do cranberry salsa or Alpine Frost cranberry salsa, and then cider barrel plus the red apple. Okay. Or you can do silver fir needle, cranberry salsa, bayberry, and red apple. Okay, so that's how you build your quote unquote winter / holiday fragrance. They are absolutely wonderful. And with these right here, if you hear that sound, that's just me rubbing hand sanitizer on my hands. You can use these to build a holiday fragrance, base holiday fragrance. Now, you may also say, okay, well, I don't want something that's like Christmas. Well, this isn't Christmas. This is winter, and anyone who lives near the woods, stays out in the woods, this, that, and the other, they may appreciate it. Or if they used to live somewhere where there was woods, they may appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to sweep these aside because those are branches. Okay, so what else would blend well with either Alpine Frost or Silver Fir Needle? Okay, I'm going to show you. So Nature's Garden Vanilla Sandalwood type. And I would actually blend that. So we're starting a new one. So you can erase, or not erase, but go ahead and flip over your page. And we're now starting a new fragrance tree with Silver Fir Needle, Nature's Garden Vanilla Sandalwood, and let's see, we are going to bring in Kentish Rain. And I know you'd be like, okay, now you really lost it. What are you doing? Well, Silver Fir Needle smells like hippie sweat sock to me. So it's very earthy, very musky. Okay. The vanilla sandalwood, the sandalwood still has a very woody, vanilla, ambery fragrance to it. So it sweetens it, but it also heightens it. What I'm doing with Kentish Rain, in my opinion, is a very good, cool ozone fragrance. The Kentish Rain is actually going to help dull the stinky sweat sock smell, but give birth to, or make way for, the actual underground woodsy smell that's in Silver Fir Needle. Okay? So, and I know you're saying, like, why do you keep calling it Silver Fir Needle when it's Siberian Fir Needle? They actually smell exactly the same. In fact, depending on where it's marketed, it is marketed as Silver Fir Needle versus Siberian Fir Needle. But as to not confuse, I will try my best to say Siberian Fir Needle. So these three, so your root, your branch, your leaves. Now you might be saying, okay, well, that's just a little too weird. Give me something else. Okay, I'll give you something else. We're going to keep these two, and we're going to throw in Bahama coconut. Now, of course, you're saying, now how the heck does coconut and Siberian Fir Needle work together? Okay, so again, the sweet of these two plus the woody sweet of this one will actually counteract and help bring out the more earthy, dirt, woodsy tone. It's going to keep this from stinking. So in your ratio should be 2 parts Siberian Fir Needle, 1 part Bahama coconut, 1 part Nature's Garden Vanilla Sandalwood type. Okay, so that is what your ratio should be when you're starting out. Now, if you're saying from there, like, okay, well, I want to layer it with something else. Okay, now, as interesting as I like to keep things, I'm going to show you something. You can actually take, and I do mean 1 drop. Do not do more than 1 drop of coffee house to how many ever ounces you're going to make with anything else. Why? Coffee house will overpower anything. And I have found that if I'm making 4 ounces of a blend, 1 drop is almost too much. Okay, I can't do half of a drop. So be careful with this, because it's actually not recommended for Bath and Body too much because of how overpowering it can be. You can't use it at normal levels. So, can you see that? Candle Bath Body. Okay. I know it says that on there, but I'm telling you, if you're going to use this in a product that's going to stay on the skin, 1 drop I would say anything under a pound, 1 drop. If it's a pound, 2 drops. That's it. That's it. Okay, so this is my short, quick, down and dirty video for the night of building a fragrance tree for Siberian fir needle. And if you can't afford the Siberian fir needle, Alpine frost. All right, so now if you have enjoyed this or are intrigued by it, you can always purchase a consultation from me, or you can actually purchase a Mixology 101 and then move on to 201 and move on to 301. My website is www.thefragrancenook.com, and I'll put that in the description below. But anyway, you all have a great night, and we'll do this soon.